The showdown between Donald Trump and Elon Musk isn't just real, it's exploding in public, and it's getting uglier by the minute. What was once a backroom alliance of money and power is now a full-blown civil war of billionaires, with Musk leaking secrets and Trump doing what he does best, turning on his own. And after bankrolling Trump's campaign like a tech sugar daddy, Elon just learned the hard way what loyalty means in Trumpland. It all starts here, with Trump breaking his silence.
The alliance between the world's richest man and the world's most powerful, Donald Trump, is imploding right now in real time before our very eyes, with Trump and Musk tearing into each other inside the Oval Office and online. It appears that Elon Musk, after donating $277 million of his own money to the Trump campaign, after serving as Donald Trump's political heat shield for the first 5 months of his second presidency, did so while doing permanent damage to his business empire, to the federal government, and his personal reputation and legacy. But after all that, even Elon Musk is not immune from the golden rule that for Trump, loyalty is a one-way street. But Musk is not going quietly into the night. After days of Musk trashing Donald Trump's signature domestic policy, his big ugly bill, as Elon Musk called it, Trump finally broke his silence. Watch.
Elon knew the inner workings of this bill better than almost anybody sitting here. And he only developed the problem when he found out that we're going to have to cut the EV mandate. He knew every aspect of this bill. He knew it better than almost anybody. And he never had a problem until right after he left. He said the most beautiful things about me. And he hasn't said bad about me personally, but I'm sure that'll be next.
Donald Trump just got disowned by his favorite tech bro, and he's throwing a full-on tantrum. The so-called power duo of Trump and Musk? Yeah, that bromance is officially over. After tossing nearly $300 million into Trump's burning clown car of a campaign, Elon Musk is finally realizing what everyone else already knew. Loyalty to Trump is a financial black hole. Trump used Musk like a walking lightning rod, and the second Elon dared to speak out, boom, backstabbed faster than Rudy can leak hair dye. And now, Elon Musk isn't just walking away. He's firing back, and he's bringing receipts.
Well, Trump was right about that. That is indeed what is happening next. Musk, who's now a former special government employee with basically the same status as the rest of us, a private citizen who can post all of his big feelings on the internet, is doing just that. He is lashing out, reminding his 220 million followers on the platform he owns, X, of his potentially decisive $277 million political gift to Donald Trump. He writes this, quote, "Without me, Trump would have lost the election. Democrats would control the House and Republicans would be 51-49 in the Senate." Musk went on to say, quote, all caps, "Such ingratitude." It went on and on and on. Trump even threatened to cancel Musk's billions of dollars worth of contracts, to which Musk fired back, accusing Donald Trump of, wait for it, covering up his role in the Epstein files. Yes, Elon Musk went there. The Epstein files. Now, the Epstein files are government documents from the investigation into the disgraced financier and convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. It animates, it takes up a lot of heat and energy on the right. But as sordid as this all is, and it gets worse, let's stop here for a second.
Oh boy, Musk just flipped the table. This went from a petty breakup to full-on nuclear war. First, Elon drops a humble brag the size of Texas, acting like he single-handedly delivered Trump's win like a DoorDash order. Then, when Trump dares to bite the billionaire hand that fed him, Elon screams back in all caps, "Such ingratitude. We are officially in toxic X territory." And then, the real bomb. Elon drags the Epstein files into it. Yep, he just accused Trump of covering up one of the darkest scandals in modern politics. But here's the thing, Nicole's about to expose the real problem in all of this.
Why does any of this matter, right? Two tarantulas in a bowl. Why does it matter? Well, here's why. When the most powerful person in our government fights with the richest person in the world, we, as a public, get to peer deep inside the most corrupt and superficial alliance in American political history. And as they claw and strike rhetorically at one another, they affirm our deepest concerns and suspicions. Trump confirms that Musk was always only in it to enrich his companies, and Musk confirms that Trump was always for sale.
Nicole just gave us a front row seat to the dirtiest divorce in American oligarch history. And yeah, it absolutely matters, because when the richest tech troll on earth turns on the pettiest ex-president in history, we don't just get drama, we get confessions. It's like watching two villains break character mid-scene and start yelling about the real crimes they were supposed to keep quiet. Musk is out here confirming he bought Trump like a clearance item on Amazon Prime, and Trump, he's proving he'd sell his entire soul, plus Melania's shoe closet, for a campaign check. This isn't a feud, it's a mutual blackmail meltdown. And now Nicole drops the nuclear line. These men knew how disgusting each other were from day one. Elon knew Trump was tangled in the Epstein mess. Trump knew Elon was corrupt as hell, and yet they still teamed up like two snakes pretending to be friends until one got hungry. This whole saga is like watching an oil spill argue with a dumpster fire. Toxic, loud, and somehow kind of mesmerizing. They're not revealing new information, they're just finally saying the quiet parts out loud. And what comes next? Well, one of Trump's closest guys, and we're talking very close, just went full scorched earth on Elon. You are not ready for what Steve Bannon just said. Let's roll it.
A new report reveals Donald Trump's top aide and advisor, Steve Bannon, is now calling for Elon Musk to be deported.
So now we've hit the deport Elon phase. Yes, Steve Bannon, Trump's favorite war room hype man, is calling for Musk to be kicked out of the country like he's an expired coupon. And why? Because Elon dared to say Trump should be impeached and replaced with, wait for it, JD Vance? We've officially left Earth. But here's the real kicker. It's not even just about the so-called big beautiful bill anymore. Elon's not just bitter, he's unraveling in real time, one tweet at a time, and what he's starting to reveal could burn Trump's entire post-indictment campaign to the ground. Forget policy, forget MAGA hats. This isn't about politics anymore, it's personal, and it's about Epstein. That name keeps circling back like a shark fin in shallow water. And Elon's latest posts? Let's just say they're not subtle. This Trump-Musk meltdown isn't just a feud, it's a ticking time bomb of secrets and ego, and Musk just lit another fuse. Here's what he posted just minutes ago.
In his second post about Trump's relationship to Epstein, Elon shared this video from MSNBC on Twitter that I want to take a look at right here.
Of a Mar-a-Lago party shows Trump giving Epstein his personal attention. The footage, shot in November of 1992, before Trump opened the resort as a club, shows the future president surrounded by cheerleaders for the Buffalo Bills and Miami Dolphins, capturing Trump's fun-loving bachelor lifestyle for an appearance on Faith Daniels' NBC talk show.
We're going to get great ratings in your show.
Trump is surrounded by women as music blares in the background. After a while, Trump goes to greet three new guests, among them the financier Jeffrey Epstein.
Come on in, go inside.
More than a decade before his guilty plea on state prostitution charges. Later in the footage, Trump is seen talking to Epstein and another man as women are dancing in front of them. Trump alternates between dancing and pointing out women to Epstein and the other man and telling Epstein about the cameras. Though exactly what they say is difficult to understand as they discuss the women and their appearances, Trump gestures to one and appears to say to Epstein, "Look at her back there. She's hot." And then Trump says something else into Epstein's ear that makes him double over with laughter.
So Elon Musk, the newest soldier in the war against Trump, just casually drops a video of Trump partying with Jeffrey Epstein at Mar-a-Lago and acts like he just found the holy grail of moral high ground. Really, Elon, you're the guy who's going to take down Trump over Epstein? Because last time we checked, Elon has his own photos with Ghislaine Maxwell. This is like watching a gas leak yell at a fire for being dangerous. And let's not forget, Musk didn't just stumble upon this footage last night. He's known. He knew exactly who Trump was, and he still handed him $277 million and kissed the ring. Why? Because he wanted government deals, he wanted contracts, and now he's pretending to be shocked that Trump might be hiding things? Come on, sure, it's fun to watch these billionaires rip each other apart like it's Real Housewives Tech Edition, but don't get it twisted. Elon's not a hero here. He helped build this machine. Now he's trying to blow it up with selective outrage. Still, the fact that even Musk is reaching for the Epstein card tells you something huge. This is the most politically toxic thing Trump is still tied to, and MAGA fans, they're starting to panic. You can feel it. Go to Truth Social. The replies under Trump's Elon posts are absolute chaos. chaos. But while everyone's eyes are locked on the drama, the real threat is quietly moving in the background. Trump's budget plan, the big ugly bill that started this entire meltdown, is a ticking time bomb for millions of Americans. It's what Elizabeth Warren is focusing on, and she's not holding back. Let's take a look.
Mr. Chairman, so Donald Trump ran for president on the promise to lower costs, a promise that he abandoned almost as soon as he got elected. He also promised his, quote, rich as hell donors that he would deliver big tax breaks. So right now, Senate Republicans are working overtime to pass billionaire tax giveaways, partly paid for by kicking 14 million people off their health care, and partly paid for by using magic math to pretend that those tax giveaways don't cost as much as they actually cost. Now, we've seen this play before. In 2017, Trump's first tax giveaway to the wealthy was supposed to cost just $1.5 trillion. And that was after there were a bunch of budget gimmicks to keep the total down. But even that wasn't a big enough giveaway. After the bill passed, the Trump Treasury Department drafted regulations to implement the new law, and corporations sent armies of lobbyists in to write even more loopholes into the tax laws. Now, Mr. Morrissey, you were Deputy General Counsel at Treasury at this time, so you may remember lobbyists from foreign banks like Credit Suisse and Barclays one big new international tax loophole for loans that they make to U.S. subsidiaries. Do you know how much those big banks pocketed from that extra giveaway engineered in the Treasury Department?
Senator, I'm familiar with many of the regulations under TCJA, but not the answer
not
to
that
your specific,
one?
not the
well,
answer to your
then
specific
I will
question.
tell you, it was $50 billion, according to the Joint Committee on Taxation.
Elizabeth Warren just took a blowtorch to Trump's tax scam, and someone get Morrissey a towel because he's sweating. Trump promised to lower costs, but what he really delivered was a gold-plated gift basket for billionaires, wrapped in lies and sprinkled with loopholes from Wall Street lobbyists. Foreign banks got $50 billion in giveaways, while 14 million Americans got kicked to the curb. And Warren, she's not done. She's got the receipts, she's got the fire, and she's not letting this one slide. Buckle up, because this hearing is about to get even spicier.
Now today, President Trump and congressional Republicans are working to pass a new set of tax cuts for billionaires, millionaires, and giant corporations. This one, the price tag is around $4 trillion. And this time, they are planning to pay for it in part by slashing Medicaid and the Affordable Care Act by nearly $1 trillion and kicking 14 million Americans off their health care. It is handout time for billionaires and austerity for everyone else. Mr. Morrissey, you're nominated to be general counsel at Treasury, meaning you would help in the drafting and the implementation of this bill if it passed, maybe adding another $50 billion tax loophole here and another $50 billion tax loophole there. So, Mr. Morrissey, I just make sure you think through what this means. Do you know how many people will have to lose their Medicaid coverage just to pay for one of those $50 billion tax loopholes out of a $4 trillion Trump tax giveaway?
Senator, if I were to be confirmed, I would be committed to making sure that folks working at Treasury on tax issues are clear that the policy judgments in these space belong to the Congress.
That's not the question I'm asking here, Mr. Morrissey. I know you'd like to duck this one. My question is, when you create a $50 billion tax giveaway, do you know how many Americans lose Medicaid coverage to make up $50 billion? Do you know what those numbers are? These are just numbers.
Senator, again, the policy judgment is with the Congress, and
no,
Treasury
it's not a policy question I'm asking you. If you're going to be over at the Treasury Department and you're talking about being in a position where you can actually create a $50 billion loophole, and I know you could do that because you've done it in the past, I just want to make sure when you're doing the pluses and minuses of doing this, you have some idea how many Americans will lose their Medicaid coverage in order to make up for a $50 billion loophole.
Elizabeth Warren just dragged Trump's treasury pick like a fraudulent refund audit. And he had nothing. Not a number, not a defense, not even a fake spreadsheet. Just one giant dodge after another. Because that's what Trump's economic plan has always been. Cut billionaires a check and leave working Americans in the dust. Medicaid, slashed. Healthcare, gone. Also, Trump's donors can pocket another $50 billion loophole with zero shame. If this left you just as furious and weirdly entertained, hit that like button, subscribe, and tap the bell so you don't miss the next time Trump's inner circle gets absolutely lit up in public. And trust me, in the next one, we're digging into something even darker, messier, and way more damaging than a tax loophole. You are not going to want to miss it.